So, welcome back. Something a bit different today. We are about to go into lockdown again here in Austria, so pretty much all of the stores will be closed. Italy obviously is closed. There's no way we're going to get down there for a long while now. I hope it won't be that long a while, but it'll be at least till the middle of December, because that's when our lockdown stops. And that, I think, is when their lockdown stops too. So they're going to close kindergartens, they're going to be closing schools. We're all going into home office. And I thought I'd have a little mess around with the kids and build them a treehouse, an indoor treehouse, because obviously it is winter here. So this is the bedroom. As you can see, it lends itself quite nicely because it has a very, very high ceiling. We're sort of in under the roof here. So as it goes around, you'll see we get up to, what's that going to be? Probably 5.5 meters up at the top there. And what I'm going to do, and in fact, we have a very cleverly made little sketch. So here is that which I just showed you, and here's what I want to build. So I want to build a treehouse sort of up above. We're going to start at about this level, which is above the door, about 220. Little balcony on the front, stairs up one side, basically pretty much all wood. We'll have a slide, which I managed to pick up the other day, which is there. So it's got a big slide on it, and should really be great fun just to have, and for them to play in and perhaps even sleep in. So before everything closes, head up to the builders merchants and pick up everything that we need from there. Lots of wood. Now this is a rental apartment, so it's got to be quite freestanding. We're looking at where's my finger there? A post there and a post there, and then a post, where are we, over here, and a post over here on the wall somewhere. So it'll be almost freestanding. But let's go to the builders merchants and see what they have. Okay, back in the van, on the way to the builders merchants. It's the last day that they're open before everything shuts down. So I've done a click and collect because I think it's probably going to be crazy inside. I know that it's pretty counterproductive to install a lockdown and then have a day open. So they announced the lockdown that all non-necessary shops will have to close on Tuesday. They announced that on Saturday, so Saturday evening every single shopping centre in town was packed, and today I imagine it's been pretty much the same. I've heard from a couple of friends that it has been very, very busy in town. Great swarms of people going to the shops, which is really useful when you're trying to go to lockdown. Sorry, it seems to be tilting slightly. But anyway, I'm going to go and do my click and collect. That will avoid me having to go into the store. We've got some wood and some screws and some bits and bobs. There's more stuff coming via our friends at Amazon, and so I'll show you what we got once we're there, and once I've loaded it up. I'm hoping to get 4 meter lengths into the bus. I should be able to. I have a feeling that I have done before that on the way down to Italy, the first time I took some 4 meter lengths of wood, but we'll find out in a minute. So yeah, there's wood and some screws, some bits and bobs. Obviously lots and lots and lots of my tools are in Italy, and they're stuck in Italy, and will now be stuck in Italy for a long time. I think probably till next year, unfortunately. So it's going to be more handy screwdrivers and things, although I do have an electric screwdriver, drill thing, so that'll probably be okay. Anyway, there we go. It's been a pretty grim day today, as you can probably see, although the back windows always look a bit like that because they are blacked out in the bus. But we're just driving past oops, maybe I can get you off here, Innsbruck Airport here, which is over here on the side. And there is, in fact, look at that, an airplane taking off. That something you don't see very often anymore. Unfortunately, not much travel going on, so the airport's running at absolutely minimum. That's an Austrian Airlines flight, so they're still flying from here to Vienna and to Frankfurt, but that's about it. Normally, at this time of year, you would have the ski flights starting to come in, and it would be getting busier and busier, but it's not, because obviously all the ski slopes are closed. Right. Another couple of minutes and we'll be there. I'll load everything up and cut back in once I've got a good sweat on. Well, as promised, sweaty me. Once again, click and collect at Bauhaus, and it's always the same one. And I'm not sort of a very grumpy person, but the Bauhaus in Innsbruck. Every time you do a click and collect, they either forget something or they forget everything, but you still get an email saying everything's ready, come and get it. And then you turn up, and this time a couple of the things were ready, but none of them had gone through the till, so you had to queue up anyway. And then they said, oh no, the rest of your stuff is upstairs, you'll have to go upstairs, because I was out on the courtyard thing where the big building materials are. No, you'll have to go upstairs, that's not a problem, everything will be up there, ready picked. And obviously nothing was ready picked, and the delightful lady at the reception said, oh, you just have to go and get it yourself. I said, well, what's the point of having ordered it? She said, oh, well, it's just the way it is. What do you expect us to do? We can't pick them all. I said, well, why'd you send an email saying that we got them? Look, just go and pick it yourself. So I was a bit peeved there. Anyway, I did get everything, and as you can see, my calculations are once again false, because there is quite a bit of wood sticking out of the boot of the car. 4 meters does not fit in a VW bus. Take note if you have one. Hang on, once I've gone round the roundabout. But it's falling over, so it's right up here on my footwell, and it goes right out of the back there. So I should be driving quite slowly and carefully. But it's not far, so we should be okay. So I'm probably not going to unload it tonight. It's starting to get dark. I'm just going to put the car in the garage, leave it there, and then come and get everything tomorrow. Okay, so it's time to start. The lockdown has now come into force, but it's much less strict than it was last time. We're allowed to go out and do some jogging and stuff. Unfortunately, all of the winter sports, the ski lifts and things are closed, but other than that, it's not that bad. I'm still at work. Still, we're going to get on and build this house, because who knows what happens anyway, and I've got everything, and I'm quite looking forward to doing this. So I like these huge 4 meter long bits of wood up the stairs to the 4th floor. So they're now here, and the first thing I'm going to do is set up the first 4 posts. So one in that corner, one down there, one over here, and the last one will be somewhere on this wall here. And for that, I'm going to notch out, because we have a little skirting board here, I'm going to notch out the skirting board, 2 sides for the corner ones, 1 side for the other 3, so that they'll sit nice and flush up against the wall. And there you go, so you get the basic idea. I'm going to do the same thing for this one over there, and as I said, the one behind me, which I can't quite see now. So, whoops, turn the camera around. So I'll get on with that, and then we can measure up the first cross pieces. So I bought this this saw with its little table to do 90, 45 degree cuts. It looks like we might just make it through this 8x8 bit of wood. It was about €60. I'm not sponsored. I went and bought it myself. Einhell seem to have invaded all of the Austrian DIY stores. I don't know how it is elsewhere around the world, but they seem to be there with a lot of entry-level products. And I did buy one or two previously in Italy, and they seem to be okay. So we'll see how this holds up. It will then head down to the house and be used for probably lots of things down there eventually, and go in the workshop. You can screw it to, it looks like I can screw it to a work table. So so I've got these two, up there, that one and that one capped, and I've measured between, and I'm now going to put in the horizontal, because that'll hold them nicely in place, sort of under its own tension, and then I can screw the whole thing together. And we'll see if I need a little one at the bottom to push them out as well. And they'll be, I would have thought, right up at the top. I hope you're not getting seasick, but I'm still learning how to use this thing. Another cross member for the top of the roof. So I'm going to put the middle one in first, which should line up with this piece of ceiling here. Why is that out of focus? Okay, and there we go. That's now squished in there, and we're going to use some metal brackets. I'm going to screw it in a minute, and that's not going to go anywhere for a while. So it's yeah, the tolerances are pretty good. We'll have to have another one at the top. The bottom, I'm not so sure about. I think we might get away with the bottom, because if I was going to try and square that off, I'd have to do it, well, I might do it here, about that height, maybe put in a shelf. Might be nice to have a shelf there, and that could work, dual purpose shelf. So there's still a millimetre that needs pulling out. Here we're flush. I'm going to go get some brackets and some screws and screw that together. go. There's the basic frame. We've got our 4, let me see if I can twist around to that one, 4 uprights. We're basically pretty good on that. That seems to have gone up very slightly, but it's matched up there, so obviously something's not quite square, but it's only a kid's playhouse. For that, it's pretty sturdy. Next up, we're going to put one in here. We'll brace the middle, and then we're going to repeat this last H with shortened ones to bring out the balcony. Now, I really wanted the balcony part, which the slide will come off, to go over this cupboard. So I guess it'll be exactly that wide once we get to it. Lovely stick it up cupboard, kids. So quite happy with that. We've been at it for a couple of hours now, and this is probably the most complicated bit, to get this sort of square. And it is sort of square. It's obviously not perfect, but it is certainly good enough. Right, so I'm going to get on, cut that and that. I might put 2 in there, we'll see. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do the second main frame bit first, and then we'll see how much wood we have left. Okay, so I've had a quick lunch. It wasn't anything exciting, so I didn't bother showing you. And now I'm going to put in 4 reinforcements. I've just cut them, and I've pre-drilled the holes here, so I'm just going to draw straight through there, and then we can get on with putting down the floor. Okay, so we've got the main boards done upstairs there, and I've put in 2 cross members here, and I'm now going to floor basically from there to here, and because that's the outside bit, excuse me, everything that has the fiberboard will be inside. I'm going to build like a wall here with a little door, so it'll be the indoor part of the playhouse, and this will be like a balcony sort of place, and the slide will go down from here, as will the stairs. So what I've decided to do is to floor that with these nice boards here. So I've just put the first one on and marked it, and I'm going to saw a few and lay them up, and then I'll show you how it looks. And there we go. So they're all down. I might replace those 2 at the end. Those were offcuts from the first bit, but I might not sure yet, because the slide will come out there and go down that wall. Hopefully missing the lamp, should miss the lamp, otherwise we'll have to put it over the other side. But basically, looks pretty good. We need to just build an upright wall there, put a bit of roof over the top. I've got everything we need for that. And it'll look fabulous without the little bits of holes at the end with offcuts. It's pretty sturdy, needs screwing together. There we go. Okay, well, there you are. I'm going to call it a day for today. Looks like this from underneath. I think it's pretty good. It's a lot of screws. I'll reinforce everything at the end once everything's pretty good. I'll see how many screws I have left over. There were 1,800 in the box. So we'll see just how many of those we can get screwed in. I have no problem with over-screwing things. I guess tomorrow we'll be screwing down the floor bit there, and then building the partition wall, maybe putting up the roof, and then we'll see, maybe we'll get around tomorrow as well to putting in the guardrail and building the staircase. I'll have to have a look at that in the morning. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. It's something a little bit different from the usual Tuscany in the house, but it's going to be a long while before we get back down there again. And things have been complicated for the Italians, things are complicated for the Austrians at the moment. And I thought I'd just do something, you know, we moved not very long ago. So it's something new for the kid, and hopefully soon for the kids. Yeah, it's just a little project, something to keep me occupied, and it may be of interest to some of you if you're planning on building. Well, it doesn't have to be a tree house, it could be an office, it could be anything, but it's just a bit of wood, nothing complicated, nothing that you wouldn't logically think might make sense to do it that way. So I hope you liked it. Part 2 coming up very soon, as soon as I get this edited and uploaded, and I get back on the thing. But tonight I'm going to tidy it up because the kid will be sleeping in here tonight. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then do subscribe. Lots of you don't subscribe for some reason. Tell other people about it, and thank you very much. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you very soon.